Hi hoes, it's Megan. I'm in the middle of like a total manic cleaning streak right now. But I'm taking a break. Taking a break to record. I've got some cleaners soaking in the carpet and in my shower. So that'll be good for a while. If you just heard a noise, it is me opening a sparkling water. That was not me urinating. Thank you. All right, hold on for the pop. Okay. I don't really clean that much. Or like, how do I want to phrase this? Like, I don't specifically clean areas all that much. Like, I clean up messes as they occur, or if I see like something that's bothering me, I'll clean it. And I try to keep things relatively organized as best I can with like a small place. But I don't sit down and say like, oh, this is the kitchen today, or this is the bathroom today. Like, I don't have a schedule. But sometimes I'm sitting here and I start noticing everything, and then I clean a little bit, and then I start noticing more, and then I clean a little bit, and then I notice even more, and it turns in to this full-on fucking frenzy. It really doesn't help either that it's been insanely cold, like it has been for the majority of the US, I think. It's been like in the single digits with wind chill in the negatives. And today it's like a little bit warmer. I think it's 9, but we're supposed to get a lot of snow and it's already starting. So I'm a little bit stir crazy, I think, being stuck inside like this. I usually go out like, I don't know. I usually take a walk or something most days, but it's just been too cold. So I'm replacing that exercise with cleaning. And I have a treadmill too, but it's like a walking pad. It doesn't have like an incline or anything, because my apartment's really small. So I just have a little walking pad. It helps me get some activity out there, but like for the most part, my schedule is all fucked up because of this weather. I, in fact, did not work today, because I'm burnt out from my 5-hour days. To be fair, I have been burnt out for years, and, it was just beginning to get sort of a break. So the fact that I've been working a few more hours every week, I think, is making me more on edge than it would otherwise if I hadn't started out so burnt out. I guess it's been a while since I really introduced what this podcast was about. Like I mentioned a few episodes ago, I really hate introductions. Oh, here comes my kitty. Hi, honey. But nor do I want to treat this like the 28th chapter of my novel that everybody's read. So if you're new, my name is Megan. I'm taking a sort of part-time sabbatical from my job right now. I'm working 20 hours a week normally. I recently stepped it up to 25 hours a week because I spent a lot in December and I have a trip coming up that I'm planning for, but still very much part-time. And this podcast is me kind of exploring that and elaborating on it to myself and to other people. What I do, how my money is going, if I want to go back to work, and also kind of general money management. I did hit what's called Coast Fire, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And that basically means that I have enough invested that by the time I'm 65, I should be able to retire comfortably. So I really just have to worry about covering living expenses now. So basically I'm living paycheck to paycheck. But intentionally? I've lived paycheck to paycheck before unintentionally. That was much worse. Okay, 4 minutes in, what I wanted to actually talk about today was so I haven't just had a cleaning frenzy lately. I've had a total beauty frenzy lately. And this is coming after several years of me I spent fun money and I had fun money, but I didn't really spend it on things. And I was really totally comfortable with that. I didn't feel like I needed more things. But one thing that I really enjoyed before I got my finances together several years ago was buying makeup and buying to some extent skincare. Although skincare I kind of leave up to my dermatologist and their recommendations. I don't worry too much about what luxury brands are selling to me. That sounded very condescending. If you're into skincare, God bless you. Your skin is probably way better than mine. It's just not my thing. I just kind of do the bare minimum. But I really liked makeup and wearing makeup and trying different looks. I wasn't super into clothes or hair. I did get regular haircuts versus now where I like cut my own hair. And at some point I cut that out because and I truly didn't miss it, but I cut it out because I wanted to start saving money and budget better and also use what I had. Like there's really not much use in like hoarding beauty products. I feel like it is very cluttering and I hate clutter and it's a lot of plastic. And so I know all those things are true. And so I kind of took all that and like made the decision that it was a frivolous hobby. Well, a few weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago now, I was at Target and they had, I forget, some kind of deal where you get a gift card if you spend so much on beauty products. And I knew I needed a couple of things because I did still have like somewhat of a makeup routine on the days where I wear makeup. I never in my life have worn it like every day, but there were things that I was still wearing when I decided to put on makeup. Like I needed concealer and I went in, they had this deal. So I picked up a few things and tested them out. I really liked a lot of them. And that got me thinking like, this is so much fun. How can I do this cheaply? How can I like explore makeup a little bit more cheaply? And I have two major recommendations. Number one, go somewhere where you can test out the product. When I purchased a few things from Target, like one or two of them just were not my shade, would never have been my shade, did not work on me at all. But if you go to Ulta, you can try on drugstore brands or nicer designer brands. But you can try on all kinds of makeup and see if you like it. So I went to Ulta and tried on some NYX makeup and e.l.f. makeup. Wait, does Ulta have e.l.f.? I think so. I think I tried that. And could see whether it was my shade and whether it worked on me. Oh, ColourPop. I looked at ColourPop at Ulta. And I found many more things that worked with my skin that I could purchase that I didn't need to return. Because you know when you return, it's just going in the trash. Or give away to someone whose shade more matches the color of the makeup, and then you're out that money. So it is a challenge with drugstore makeup because when you go to like a CVS or Walgreens or Target or Walmart, whatever, they don't have tester stations. And you kind of just have to buy based on the packaging alone, or you open it like a bunch of the people do because it really looks like it's just been ravaged in most of those stores. But it's because you can't like test out the makeup. So people open it. I'm not one of those people. I don't advocate for them. But that is a consequence of it, and it's very aggravating as a consumer to have to sort through everything that might have been touched by some stranger. Disgusting. My next tip is discount stores. I'm thinking specifically of TJ Maxx. I know that's not everywhere. I assume there are other places that are like TJ Maxx in the world. I don't know. But they get some really nice stuff, and they sell it there for a markdown. And I actually found some stuff on clearance there recently. You know what? I've been talking about YouTube videos. Maybe I'll show these in a video because it's hard to kind of describe in just a podcast episode. But I went there and I found a MAC lipstick for $4. I'm serious. It was good. It was one of their like, oh, what's it called? It's like Powder Kiss or something like that. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, or maybe you don't, and you don't care. That's also fine. I found a MAC lipstick there. I found Anastasia liquid lipsticks. Those were like $3.50 each. They were in clearance. The packaging was real busted. It was real busted, but it hadn't been opened, and it like was stuff that I had tried at like Ulta or Sephora or something, and so I knew I liked it. They did have some things on clearance that looked good, but I couldn't test them and hadn't tested them before. So as I mentioned in my first point, I did not buy them because I had a strong suspicion that would end up as money wasted. But yeah, those prices are no joke. Like if you know makeup brands, I'm not lying. I got a MAC lipstick for $4, and Anastasia lip products for what was it? What did I say? Hang on, let me find the receipt. Okay, the Anastasia lipsticks or liquid lips were $3.50. I forget what I said earlier, but they're $3.50. It's still fucking good, okay? Whatever you think about designer brands, like these would have been much more expensive. And expensive isn't always better, but these are indeed very good, and I'm very happy with them. And then this isn't really a recommendation, but this is how I got more cheap makeup. I posted on my Instagram, like, whether I should buy perfume or an expensive eyeshadow palette or, I don't know, something else, with some money I got for Christmas. But then what I actually ended up getting as another gift for Christmas was a $50 Kohl's gift card. Wow, I cannot. These words. $50 Kohl's gift card. So if you don't know, some Kohl's have Sephora locations inside them, like a little mini Sephora. So I went and bought the eyeshadow palette for $5. It was a $55 palette. I know that's insane. I too agree that is insane. But it is so pretty, and I got it for $5, and I'm so happy. I still have like a little bit of guilt of spending money on makeup, even when I'm finding like deals or trying to find like the most effective way to do it, because there's like so much pressure, I think, to not conform when you're in like the personal finance / budgeting communities. And people are always telling you, like, don't buy things just to impress other people. Don't try to keep up with the Joneses, or like, there are also environmental concerns, which are valid. Makeup is a lot of packaging. It's a lot of plastic, actually, which I hate. And if you don't use it all, it's truly a waste. But I don't think, like, I've always sort of felt like telling people not to buy things just to impress other people, like, misses what's going on. Like, maybe in some cases there's like, you know, the Stanley cups or whatever, if you're just buying it to like fit in with a group. Even then, I think it's more complicated. Like, of course we want to fit in with a group. I think that's pretty natural. And hell, maybe you actually love the Stanley brand. I don't know. But that's just the example that comes to mind. But I also think that there is an element of self-expression that's getting missed there. Like, I don't really buy a lot of things to impress other people, but I buy them because they help me express myself in a certain way. Like, if anything, I've always been kind of a contrarian, where I like want to wear and do things and look a certain way because it's not the cultural norm, just because, like, I don't know, I've got an authority problem or something. And maybe there is an element of that's like still how you present yourself to other people. But to me, it just seems more like a method of expressing myself and of demonstrating who I am as a person on the outside, which seems important to me. And I don't know, I just find it kind of frustrating and limiting to tell people that they need to like not spend money on these frivolities. Like, just budget for it. If you budget for it, it's fine. Fuck anybody who judges you, you know? Like, everybody's got their little things. Some people are really into tea or coffee, or of course I go to consumables. People are into cars as well. I don't know what other people are into. Whatever floats your boat. I do think I've gotten to the point where I don't need to buy any new makeup. I mean, I never needed to. You know what I mean. I think I've got like a good stash where I can do a lot of different looks. So I don't really plan on purchasing anything new for a while. I haven't bought, all of this happened, I think, like, well, through Christmas. It hasn't been that long, but a few weeks ago. It's been a couple weeks since I've bought anything new. And I've been pretty happy with what I have, and I don't wear makeup every day, so there's no point in like buying a lot of makeup. But it's been, you know, on the days when I do wear it, it's been really fun to be able to put together some kind of different looks and be able to express myself in that way. And it's not all to impress other people, okay? Like, there have been several nights where I've just put makeup on to sit in my apartment. So if you're going to judge me, you can just kiss my ass. And I actually continued that thread for a little bit, but my timer just went off for my cleaning. So I'm going to spare you the soapbox and get back to my cleaning since we're at 15 minutes. So yeah, my message is, if you have a hobby that you want to budget for, then fucking budget for it and don't listen to anybody else, because nobody knows your life, man. And also, if you like makeup, then I really think you should go to places where you can test out products, and I think you should get gift cards, and I think you should go to TJ Maxx. Those are my tips for you. If you've got more tips, please let me know, because even though I said I'm not going to buy any more makeup, you know, you might be able to talk me into it. So give me those tips if you got them. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at bitch.fires. And it's been great catching up. I'll talk to you next week. Thanks again. Love you. Bye.